So, my definition of pedophilia is an adult's inappropriate and sexual attraction towards a child. My opinion of people with pedophilia before learning in depth about it was that they were disturbed individuals who viewed and pursued children in a sexual manner. I saw them as creepy and revolting. I thought it was a choice. They chose to be attracted to children. They wanted to pursue them, and they did not recognize it as an illness. They were predators who viewed themselves as normal individuals, and they didn't think it was wrong. Regarding the therapist's reaction towards Adam's story, I don't think it was appropriate at all. She should have been at least somewhat supportive of him and tried to understand his issue, but she tore him down and judged him. She also tried to force her denial onto him. She told him it wasn't pedophilia, that his real problem was that he couldn't relate to kids his own age and had difficulty making friends, but that wasn't the case at all. I don't believe I don't believe she should have brought Adam's mother into the room because he specifically told her not to. I thought it was unprofessional and unethical to do so. He thought he should have been able to tell her about his diagnosis when he was prepared and felt comfortable. However, because she did tell his mother, they were able to find him a proper therapist who was able to help him with his pedophilia and child pornography addiction. It also brought Adam and his mother closer together in a sense that she wanted to be there for him. It's the reactions of people such as this therapist who make it difficult for those with pedophilia to seek treatment. In Adam's case, his therapist had a look of horror on her face as he talked about his disorder and his story, and no one wants to confide in a person and be judged for it. There isn't one concrete cause of pedophilia. There are many theories about what causes it. There is a neurodevelopmental theory, meaning that a pedophile's brain is different than an average person's brain. They have noted frontal cortical differences, decreased gray matter, unilateral and bilateral frontal and temporal lobe, and cerebellar changes. Neurological differences theory. Some found that the lower the person's intelligence levels are, the younger the preferred victim. Many believe. Some found the lower the person's intelligence levels are, the younger the preferred victim. Many believe this is because they can identify with the child and view their behavior as acceptable. Many studies have shown pedophiles have cerebral abnormalities in the temporal lobe. Those who sustain serious head injuries as young children before age 6 have been linked to pedophilia as well. Environmental factors. Studies have shown that those who abuse children were abused themselves as children, so the cycle just continues as Developmental issues have occurred in the lives of pedophiles more than the general population. So my definition remains the same, but my interpretation of it has changed. I thought they had to act on the sexual desires in order to be a pedophile, but they do not. The most surprising aspect of Adam's story was that he was able to recognize his sexual attraction towards children as wrong. He was able to come to the conclusion that he needed help for his child pornography addiction and his sexual fantasies about children. This surprised me because I thought pedophiles found nothing wrong with their desires. I believe they thought it was normal to feel that way towards children. And I also believed I also believed that they were too caught up in their desires to care about the child's well-being. And in the case of Adam, he was able to recognize that the children that he was viewing were real and that they were being sexually exploited. And something clicked and he knew it was wrong. So does pedophile equal criminal? In Adam's case, with his child pornography addiction, I believe it would be criminal because it is illegal to download child pornography. And according to Justia, the depiction of a minor or an individual who appears to be a minor who engages in sexual or sexually related conduct is illegal. First-time offenses can result in 15 to 20 years in prison. So yeah, in Adam's case, it would be criminal because he downloaded child pornography, which is against the law. Is this a population I would be interested in working with? No, it is not. I would be uncomfortable hearing them talk about their fantasies or even being in a room with them, knowing that they have those thoughts in their heads. It would really disturb me. Just knowing that they have inappropriate sexual urges towards children is very. I just don't understand that aspect of it. Also, I wouldn't be able to separate my beliefs and emotions from getting in the way of treating him. I have a younger sister who is 9, and just the fact of someone looking at her and having sexual urges and desires about her is just very. I just don't want to deal with that at all. So it would be very hard for me to separate my beliefs and emotions from getting in the way of treating people with pedophilia disorder. So it's not a population I could see myself working with at all.